Hello from Bansbury Cross, England. Hey, it's Andrew from Park Rovers, and we are back at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And it is Food and Wine Festival 2023. We've got a piping hot caffeinated beverage. And as usual, we're right next to the Emporium, so let's check out and see what's new. Something for everyone. And as you walk in, they still have the 2023 merchandise. We've been through all of this in a past video. And here's the American and July 4th collection. This drinking vessel is $16.99. And these Busch Gardens plastic plates are $5.99. You've got a picnic caddy. This is $34.99. So in the Emporium, I think they kind of put the new stuff at this end cap here by the other door. And of course, they're featuring Dark Coaster merchandise, opening day merchandise right here. Here's the member hat in light blue. This is $32.99. And here's the regular Dark Coaster hat. This is $32.99. Here's a 24-ounce Dark Coaster tumbler. This is $39.99. Here's a Dark Coaster magnet. This is $9.99. This is pretty cool. A Dark Coaster Escape the Storm sticker. This is $5.99. And you have really nice Dark Coaster coffee mugs. These are $24.99. An opening day Dark Coaster t-shirt for $34.99. And here's a black Dark Coaster member t-shirt. This is also $34.99. This is pretty cool, a Dark Coaster commemorative coin. This is $34.99. You also have this limited edition artwork. This is $119.99. I'm not sure how many of these are. This is number 77. Dark Coaster lanyards are $11.99 each. You also have a construction pin here. This is $11.99. Finally, you have the lanyard pouch for $7.99. By the way, you can still get some of the same stuff for Pantheon, including that commemorative coin and its corresponding artwork. So that's a quick look at the Emporium. Let's check out the Food and Wine Festival. It is the 10th year of the Busch Gardens Food and Wine Festival. And you can buy a 10-item sampler for $65 and a 15-item sampler for $85. I'm only here for a few more hours, so I got the 10-item sampler. We'll see what we can get to. And we are starting, of course, in England, and it's closest to Virginia and Australia. And at Virginia, the new food item is the apple crisp. We've tried everything else in past videos, and there's a couple of beers I'm interested in. I think I'm just going to go beers at this location. The Blood Moon Bliss is highly rated from Midnight Brewery. And I also need to try that creamsicle ale. And we've got our beers. Here is the Tangerine Creamsicle. This is from Kaziel Beer and Spirits Company out of Hampton, Virginia. Here is one of the highest rated beers of the festival. This is Blood Moon Bliss from Midnight Brewery. And we're hanging out by the entrance to the Scotland train station. Creamsicle ale is good. Definitely a lot of tangerine on that, but perfect for kind of a hot day. It's 82 degrees. And now it's time for Blood Moon Bliss. This is a really tasty IPA. It's not too bitter. You definitely taste a lot of blood orange. I really like that. This is a really good IPA. Now we are here at the Highland Stables, and it's time to say hello to the Clydesdales. And the first thing I see is a little border collie sleeping. Here is Eddie, is back. His rear is facing us. On the end here you have Axel and Dakota. Just like that, we have made it to Australia, where I think we are going to skip this kiosk. Now we are crossing over to Killarney. This is interesting. This is where Grogan's Grill normally is. This is now called Decade of Delights. And it looks like they have a special menu every weekend. Right now they have steak, souvlaki, tzatziki, and baklava, and a sparkling raspberry cocktail. That steak does look good, but I think I'm going to skip that one as well because I want to show you stuff that you can actually get here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So we are walking straight through Killarney. It's nice to see the waterfall running again. Aloha, we have arrived in Hawaii, where I think we're gonna try the Spam Musubi one more time. I'm waiting in line for the Musubi, but check out this planter here with a tiny pineapple. Here is the Spam. Last year I actually tried Spam Musubi in a gas station in Hawaii, and this doesn't look too far off. The gas station version I could actually pick up with my hand, so I'm trying the same thing and it's not working out too well. I'm gonna have to get a fork. Fortunately, I come prepared. Wow, Spam Musubi, definitely a must-do here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Definitely better than the last time I had it here. So we continue on, and looks like we are headed to Mexico. And now we are here by Laura Keat Glen at the Margaritas kiosk for the Evil Genius Key Lime Margarita Sour. Right next door, the aviary is back open, but we are focused on food and wine. One thing to note is you cannot bring any food or drinks into the aviary, so no margaritas are allowed when looking at the birds. And just like that, we've got our Evil Genius Margarita Sour, and we're looking at Laura Keat's. So now I'm gonna walk to my favorite spot in Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Ah yes, Serenity Now. And I think the word is out. I Said What I Said is a fruited sour beer from Evil Genius out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It kind of tastes like drinking like margarita mix. Not that I've ever done that, but it's a little too sour. It is still really good. I rated it a 3.7 out of 5, but just a little too tart for me. The next booth over is Mexico, and of course you have tacos and a horchata mousse, as well as a horchata refresher. The tacos do look good, however, I think I need to continue on. And our journey has brought us to France. It's interesting that Les Frites is not open right now. It's a pretty busy day here. The next booth over is called French Quarter and has many of the items that we've seen here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg before. Busch Gardens Williamsburg, of course, has a Mardi Gras festival, so that's kind of like a best of Mardi Gras booth. Griffin's about to drop right now. I love this coaster. Nice. There's the second drop of Griffin. One cool thing that Busch Gardens does is they actually have live bands throughout the park. Here's a band called Starting Early. Now we're at Brazil, and one of the best things to get here is the churrasco, but I think we're gonna continue on. I am intentionally skipping a lot of kiosks because I want to pace myself. I've also tried a few of these items in the past, the churrasco, fantastic. Crossing over the bridge now with the log flume, Le Scoot, and also Alpengeist. Nice. Into Germany we go. And if you're not familiar, this building right here is Burgermeister's Hideaway. We did a Park Rovers Live where we talked about our experience there. It is fantastic to see the fountain back operating here in Germany. And right nearby is Jamaica. And at Jamaica, I actually tried the Jamaican patty earlier. I'd say that's a very good item to get if you are very hungry. That's very easy to eat. And one of the best beers available is the Hardywood Tropication IPA. So I'm skipping the Jamaica kiosk, but definitely stop by here. I love the gamba fritters every year, and that Tropication IPA is excellent. So we'll say a quick hello to Gordon Ramsay and continue on to Oktoberfest. In Oktoberfest, the first thing you'll notice is Dark Coaster, which is currently open for member previews right now. Across from Dark Coaster is Bar Castle Spirits. But in today's video, we are focused on food and wine, so we'll keep on moving. And our journey has brought us to the former site of Mock Tower, which is now Oktober Taps. And here at Oktober Taps is the widest selection of beer at the festival. It is very interesting being back here at the site of Mock Tower, where we rode the tower on its last day. Look back in our videos to see our last ride with Jay from McVenture Coaster Vlogs. At Oktoberfest, we went with a couple of ciders. We've got the Austin East Ciders Mango Mimosa Light Cider, and here is the Busch Cider Dry Cider. Mango Mimosa is delicious. The Busch Dry Cider, I don't know how to say this politely, but that is trash. I don't know what happened with that cider, Busch. I'm sorry, Busch, that was not good. So now we continue on to Italy. And the bridge has reopened, sort of. They're still doing work on it. The viewing platforms need some more attention. If you're keeping track at home, we have 4 items left. We're doing pretty well on our 10-item sampler. I had a giant meatball recently over at Super Nintendo World at Universal Hollywood. I didn't do a video on that, but I'm thinking about getting a giant meatball here in Italy at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Benvenuto San Marco. Here we go. As you walk in from Oktoberfest to Italy, you're greeted by the Sangria Garden. But I am on a meatball mission, so let's keep moving. By the way, also in Italy here, you have Sounds of San Marco. We're gonna miss them, but they perform right here on the stage. I see a piano right on stage there. I'm hoping the meatball is next. I actually don't know if it's next, but I'm kind of getting hungry here. And we are in luck. Giant meatball. It's time. This is what we're dealing with, a giant meatball from Italy. This meatball has marinara and Asiago cheese. I'm excited to try it. Okay, we've kind of divided it up here. Let's give it a go. Honestly, that's a tasty meatball. I didn't expect much out of that, but wow. I thought this was just kind of filler food, but this is pretty good. So now that we're done with the meatball, I think it's time to move to Festa Italia and check out the final remaining kiosk that we have not been to. And if you're keeping track at home, we have 3 items left. So we'll follow this giant banana. Maybe it's going to Festa Italia. I just realized between San Marco and Festa Italia is Japan, where I'm excited to try the Impossi-Bao. We are over in Festa Italia now. Check out Tempesta. And here is the Impossi-Bao. This is entirely plant-based. This is good. I'd say it needs a little more flavor, maybe a little more spice. Actually, I take that back. I think it's got a little bit of a mild heat. I really like that Impossi-Bao. While we were in Festa Italia, I got on Pantheon. Fantastic coaster every time. Now it has started to rain. I heard an announcement that rides were delayed. So I think we're gonna head to the exit. But I do have 2 sampler items left, so I think we're gonna get those at Virginia. Some rides seem to be operating still. Escape from Pompeii is climbing its lift hill. And we've done it. We've completed our 10 items with the Hush Puppies and the Oyster Half Shell. And this is what we're dealing with. We got the bacon and cheddar Hush Puppies, which are cornmeal fritters with that honey butter. And we also have an oyster on the half shell, a lot of accoutrements. I gotta say, these Hush Puppies look really good. Delicious. These are fantastic. This is a must get here at Busch Gardens Food and Wine Festival. The rain is really coming down now, but we are under shelter here in Scotland. And now it's time for the oyster, and I feel bad because I'm not going to use any of the stuff they gave me. That oyster was good, but I don't think it's really worth $5.50. So it looks like the train is operating, so I think we're gonna hop on the train while it's raining. Definitely not a bad way to end our day here at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Crossing over the Rhine River now here. Nice, pleasant train ride. Oh, there's a train coming back into the station at Invader. And we've arrived at Caribou Station here in New France. Well, since our train ride has come to an end, we are back where we started here in England. And it's been a fantastic day here at Busch Gardens. We got to check out the new merchandise for Dark Coaster, as well as try a number of items at the Food and Wine Festival. But now it is time to say goodbye to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Park Rovers, and we'll see you next time. Good night, Apollo, Tempesto, and Pantheon. See you later.